Okay. Alright, so... Hey Connor, it's good to see you, buddy. We're gonna be playing some more Forgotten City. I've given this game some time. I figured it was ample time we came back to this game because I really enjoyed playing it the first time around. And I figured you guys would enjoy seeing it, so... You're gonna record yourself playing Hitchhiker Part 2, Connor? Okay, well make sure you can be heard this time. Try to see if you can somehow balance yourself out and the game audio. So yes, I really enjoyed playing this game when I first played it. It was really fun. Like, this game is basically a Skyrim clone. It's Skyrim if it was in Unreal Engine 4 and all you're doing was walking around. It's basically Skyrim walking simulator. But it's fine. It's quite fine with me. So when we last left off, we talked to this gladiator here. He was an awfully nice guy.
Fresh meat, huh?
Absolutely. And we talked to another guy walking up this place here. So that's what we've been doing. So with that said, now I guess we're just going to explore. I mean, if you want to, Connor. I mean, you should.
Fresh meat, huh?
You can if you want to.
What were you two talking about? Don't play dumb. I saw you. Having a shady little chat with old man Sentius up on his balcony. What's he offering you? Money? Favours? What's your vote worth to him? What else would you be murmuring about on election day? Mark my words, Malleolus is going to be magistrate by the end of the day. And if I tell him you sided with that feeble old has-been, that you've been trying to undermine his hard-won victory, you'll have picked the wrong patron. Got it?
Okay.
Good. Then stay out of it. Nobody likes Caput Murday foreigners interfering in an election. Can't hurt.
Sure, Connor. Sure. I don't mind doing that.
The name's Domitius.
Oh, Domitius.
You want to get to Malleolus? You go through me.
I mean, he probably is a gladiator.
Why? Because I am a gladiator. That's why.
Exactly.
You want to see me fight? Keep running your mouth, fatuous cunners.
Okay.
I think it's gone on long enough, and Malleolus is going to put an end to it once he's elected. Old man Sentius got you already, did he? Well, I'm not talking to people in his faction. Confituare.
Right. Okay. So I guess in a sense we kind of have to play we have to play nice with these people, in a way.
Os in Coolio mio. Os in Coolio mio.
I guess that's. I'm gonna translate that as get lost. Okay. Now this being basically my when I first played this game, this is technically like my second play, but not like playthrough. Hey, Uncensored, how are you? I'm not entirely sure what the right thing to do is. Ooh. this is the Forgotten City. It is basically that Skyrim mod. Only it was remade into Unreal Engine 4 by 3 people. Hey, Rufus.
You again.
Yes, me again.
Meliodas. Not sure I trust Sentius. Couldn't even protect his daughter in a city without sin. How's he going to protect us? No. If I did, do you think we'd be having this conversation? Whatever.
Okay. But I really liked playing this game when I first started. But now I'm just kind of socializing with people and trying to figure out, you know, what the best approach is. Look at you. Where could the water be coming from? That's a good question. Dooba 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 dooba. All the gold people are basically those that have come before me, I guess. Locking myself in. Do not try to follow me. Nothing good will come of it. Seek a bow. Yeah, that's basically what this game is. It is basically Skyrim was in our Unreal Engine 4, and I'm all for that because while I haven't played those games, I know enough about them to appreciate them. I feel really weird for taking things. Really weird. Because I'm not sure if I should or shouldn't. But I feel like we should have really tried harder with that gladiator. Maybe tried to, you know, talk better to him. But I guess this being our first time playing. Oh, he almost got ran over by a rock. That was a close one, poor guy. Don't know which would have been worse, turning gold or being run over by a rock. Let's go over here. This path interests me for some weird reason. Hello. It's a door that's locked. Okay. Seek a bow. Hey guys.
I hope you're taking care of yourself.
Hello.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
A bit on edge, honestly.
That's good, in a sense. If you're not on edge, you've not been paying attention. But on the bright side, once you've been here a few months, well, it's slightly less terrifying anyway. We've all been where you are now. I remember when I first arrived. I used to lay awake at night contemplating the big questions. Why am I here? Is there a way out? What is the Golden Rule, and who or what is responsible for it? I still don't have any of the answers, I'm afraid. I don't think anybody does. But I'm happy to share with you what I've learned.
Okay.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. I think about those words a lot. I'd like to think that if we all love our neighbours as ourselves and do to them as we'd have them do to us, then we'll all be fine. But on the other hand, I was always taught the intent of man's heart is evil from his youth, and that all of us are born with a tendency towards sin. And that's where I get stuck. Is it true? Are we born with a tendency towards sin?
Oh boy, are we talking some theological, philosophical talk? The short answer is yes.
If that's true, then sooner or later, things are going to end badly for all of us down here. Unless, of course, there's some kind of divine intervention.
Basically, yeah. I hope there will be. I don't want to give them... I mean, I guess they're kind of... Yeah.
I wish I shared your faith.
Let's see.
Here, in this place, the magistrate has me earning my keep by cleaning and pruning the gardens. It's not quite how I expected my life to go. I used to live in a lovely villa on the banks of the Tiber. I was even betrothed to a handsome young man from a prominent family. But long hours of menial labor for the good of the community has its own charms too, I suppose. Oh, much the same way as many of the others. When the fires came to Rome 7 months ago.
Oh yes, the fires.
My family and I fled for the Tiber.
Good old,
hoping to escape
what's
on
his
a
name?
barge.
Setting Rome on
We were
fire.
among the
And,
fortunate
you know,
ones with enough coins for passage, but unfortunately, there were a lot of desperate people, and they boarded before we could depart. A scuffle broke out, and I was pushed overboard. The last thing I remember was the water, rising up to hit my cheekbone. I woke up by the river, near that shrine, and stumbled across this place.
okay.
Oh, that's all right. I'm sure it's all part of God's plan for me. If you like. Please keep that to yourself. I know you're not from around here, but
I mean, don't worry. We
things
kind
are
of
very
share the
difficult for
same.
us
It's
right
okay.
now. There was a terrible fire in Rome last year.
Yeah, I know.
And our emperor decided to make us
I know
scapegoat.
about this.
There were executions. It was horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, it was... There's a book for that. It's called Fox's Book of Martyrs.
Oh, thank you. You have no idea how much I appreciate that.
It is horrible. It was horrible.
I'm afraid not. Although, I did once hear someone gossiping down at Aurelia's tavern about a possible way out. I
Right.
don't put a lot of stock in such rumors, but if you're desperate and wealthy, you could look into it, I suppose. If that doesn't work, then I suppose we're all stuck here until the gods decide our fate. I hope it works out. All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him. Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
Let me guess. You're going to lecture me on how suicide is a crime against the Empire.
Not exactly that.
I screwed up my life. That's what's wrong. I borrowed money, and when I couldn't pay it back, I wound up in debt bondage. I'll be stuck slaving away for that Culus Cumulatis Malleolus for the rest of my life. I'm out. Wherever you are. Scintilla, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no! I can't believe he went through with it.
Oof.
Oh Lord. That poor lad.
Also, you have a power in this game. Apparently, reverses time.
I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
Ugh. Jump. Jump. I mean, there is a pool. Oh. I see. You turn gold as soon as you hit the water. That's a... Follow him? Oh, okay.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. Magistrate. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I'm delighted and deeply honored to be elected your magistrate. And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens. And now, I...
Well, that was not very fun to go through. Ulpius to his lost love. Okay. That's an oof and a half. We'll let that guy prepare his little speech.
A day of celebration, I hereby announce a day of celebration to mark the end of an era.
Ahem.
Yes. Did you just leap into my villa from the balcony 100 feet above? That was either extremely reckless or impressively clever. Well, why have you risked life and limb to see me? You mean the children's fable exploited by Sentius to scare us all into doing what he wants? Wait, don't tell me you've fallen victim to that monstrous lie? The person making a claim bears the onus of proving that claim. Can you do that? Can you prove the Golden Rule is real?
That's a good question. I mean, all I've seen so far are gold people and a person yeeting himself off a cliff, so it's like,
Why? What credible evidence do you have for its existence? I disagree. I'll be guided by what is best for the city's people, and that means giving them the freedom to do as they wish.
I don't know. Like, I could ask that question.
Surely, you're not one of those people who believes everything you read. As if a lie could be transformed into the truth by the simple act of writing it down.
That's a good question.
True, but that is simply because you are mistaken. I'm Malleolus, and if it wasn't for this interruption, I'd be practicing my victory speech for the election later today. I'm glad you asked. I'll finally restore freedom to this city, just as I've been promising. These good people have suffered long enough under Sentius's tyranny. By declaring there's no such thing as the Golden Rule, it's a children's fable exploited by Sentius to frighten us into submission. I'm afraid not. We're stuck down here together, for better or worse. we're all going to have to make the best of it.
Okay.
I trust you can see yourself out.
Oh, sure.
Through the door this time. There's a key just beside it.
Sure. Sure, buddy. Sweet. Right, so somehow we have to convince him not to go through with the election. Yo. Can we talk now?
What's in Coolio Mio?
Guess not. Okay. Bummer. Hi.
Citizen.
How you doing?
Ah, you've returned. Do you have any news about your investigation? Thank you. I'll be waiting here for news.
Probably should go to the inn and see what I can find out there, actually. I really feel like I'm racking my brains trying to, you know, not... Hey, Racious, how you doing? Find a bow. So I don't know how to reverse time, because apparently it was one thing you're told is that you can do that. But I haven't seen anything of that nature yet. There we go.
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
Awoo?
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you? Oh, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia.
Hello.
And I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued. You're not like any Roman man I've ever seen. You seem so refined, so civilized.
Okay, we're gonna do it.
Ugh, coming on a bit strong, don't you think? I take back what I said. Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's just forget that ever happened, so we can at least do business. So, what brings you to my tavern?
So much for that.
I just try not to think about it. Drink helps with that. As the saying goes, to drink is human, so we drink.
Right.
Certainly, for 10 denarii. Have you met Livia? She used to do my hair, until one day she just snapped. This place has that effect on people. Now, she just stands around, caked in filth, muttering nonsense to herself. It's a real shame. Now I have to do my own hair. I hear that if Malleolus is elected, he's gonna throw a small festival to celebrate, with entertainment and everything. Can't wait to find out what it is.
Cool.
Whatever you like. Ugh, let it go. Nothing's going to happen between us. You know, normally I'd expect you to buy me a drink before asking if I want to get out of here. Straight to business, huh? I can work with that. As a matter of fact, I do know a way out. I'm happy to tell you all about it, but this is valuable information we're talking about, and I don't just give it out like some cheap oracle. So, how badly do you want
1,000
it?
denarii.
Is it worth, say, 1,000 denarii to you?
Alright.
Simple. It's a one-way trip, and I'm not ready to go just yet. I like my life here. One day, maybe, but not now. What's the matter? Can't afford it? Well, perhaps you could take out a loan. I understand Malleolus has lent money to others, on occasion. All right, see ya.
You, Sisyphus, attack Orpus just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world. So this place accepts all the souls, but it does not notice the crowds that come. The bloodless shadows. This is their punishment. There is only a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions.
I see.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives. The newly arrived are ignorant of the road before them.
I mean, it's true. I
You again.
refuse.
Whatever.
Salve. Salve, stranger, and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Dacius.
He was never
Terrible
looking at me.
shame what happened to Yulia, but we just have to carry on, don't we? It's terrible for inflation is what it is. There's so much gold just lying around, it's practically worthless, at least down here. Of course, I have an idea for generating real wealth, but what I need is a bow. Just a simple composite bow. I've scoured this city from top to bottom with no luck, but if you happen to find one, bring it to me and we'll talk. Thank you, friend. Malleolus. I mean, Sentius couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting us? Not going to happen. You mean, how did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale. All right. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome. Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave, fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome just off the Forum, lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river, open to escape by barge. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing for a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with my valuables. But, to my surprise, we make it, and I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin, so I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl." So I did what anyone would have done. course I chose the cart. I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl if I can
Figured
get
as
my money.
much.
So I put my hand on the cart, and I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the Tiber. Naturally, I dived in after it, hoping to salvage my fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something, because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank not far from here, with nothing in the world but a single silver coin. Thank you, friend. But it turns out it might have been a stroke of good fortune, because this place is a veritable treasure trove. Look around you, there must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can just figure out how to get it out of here. I'm afraid not. If you're desperate, I did hear that Aurelia down at the tavern claims to know of a way out, but I'm not sure I trust her. Some people here are a little shady for my liking. Very well, another time.
Right, so I have to find... I have to find a bow. Glider shield. I don't want to get lost, but I feel like I'm going to get lost in this game. Okay, that goes out that way. Okay, so what's this way? Shadows wander without flesh or bone. Huh. Okay. All these people turned gold back here. Hello. That's very helpful. Great, now I have to find my way back. Okay. So I have to find a bow. But I'm not entirely sure 100%. Hello. Oh. Yikes. Hi.
Give me a moment. Sorry I'm such a mess. I just lost a patient and a dear friend. Yulia. She was a good woman. She was poisoned. She came in here frothing at the mouth. Normally, I'd treat her with resin of silphium, a rare plant which is perfect for this sort of thing. And I knew Decius had some at his market stall, right around the corner. So I ran over there, but he just looks at me with this evil smile and says, "That'll be 1,000 denarii." There was no way I could afford that, and he knew it. Then that toad shrugs and says, "Supply and demand. I guess you don't value your friend's life that highly." Anywhere else, I'd just pay a thug to steal it from his stall, but there's no way I can do that down here with the golden rule. So all I could do is come back here and just watch her die. I kept on apologizing. And now I'll never know who poisoned her, or how they managed to do it without breaking the golden rule, or why she cursed that snake's cruel black eyes with her dying breath. Well, unless you have the power to bring someone back from the dead, there's really just one thing you can do. Get me that silphium resin. I'm going to have another patient in here soon. Could be in the next day, or in the next hour. And I will not allow this to happen again. I don't care how you get it, but you have to make it happen. Because if I lose another patient this way, I swear to the gods below, not even the golden rule will stop me from marching up to that Genetricum Fututo and scratching his eyes out. Well, come back if you get sick or injured. Day or night, I'll do what I can.
Right then. It's so confusing what's happening. Thanks. I did not do it.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello? Gold? You mean... treasure? My name's Dooley. I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up. I don't know. I don't remember things so good. I think it's just because I was looking for treasure. Yes, but I wasn't. I was just looking. They said I did it more than once, but I can't remember things so good. Then they called me mean names. They called me a liar, Billy.
Liability.
Yes. They said I have to live here now, and gave me this letter. But I'm not good with words. Do you think you could read it for me? What does it say? My treasure.
Hey, that guy.
My friend Hannibal used to look after me. And he said he always would. But then,
good to see you, buddy.
died. It was very sad. He said if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find it. All I remember is he
'Cause
said
you're
something
tired?
about the cisterns. But when I went up to the high one, they put me in here. Now nobody looks after me. Except my friend Galerius. And Ek, the priestess lady. She's a nice lady.
Sorry, that was in the way.
Hannibal said I shouldn't give it to anyone I didn't trust. But maybe you could help me get out of here. Then I would trust you a lot. Galerius already tried that. He said the magistrate wouldn't listen, no matter what. What about the rules? I don't want everyone to get in trouble because I was bad. Like Galerius. He's nice. I like Galerius. He made me a doll and everything. If you help make him magistrate, he can get me out of here, and I can give you the key to my treasure. Hannibal said it was in the cisterns. I can't remember what it was, just that it was way up high and very precious. Bye-bye.
Right. So we have to talk to Galerius. And a merchant. Like, I'm not kidding with you guys. My head is like spinning a little bit because there's just so much information to keep up with. Oh, I can actually get hurt.
Horatius? Looking a bit troubled there.
Salve.
Still no sign of Scintilla. And I haven't slept right in 3 weeks.
Don't be too hard on yourself. From what I hear, nobody saw it coming. Anyway, I thought you Stoics weren't supposed to worry about things you can't control.
Yeah, but I keep thinking, what if there is something I can do? What if she's out there somewhere suffering, waiting to be found?
Salve.
Sounds like you're torturing yourself. Leave that for the gods. Try to relax, get some rest.
Back again, I see.
Tomorrow's a new day.
Certainly. All I ask is a reasonable price of 1,000 denarii. Oh, it's perfectly legal. Simply a question of supply and demand, I'm afraid. Take it or leave it. Hear what? You sure you're feeling all right? If you're hearing things, perhaps you should pay a visit to Lucretia's clinic. We don't want another Navier on our hands. She claimed the statues were whispering to her. Nobody else could hear it. Then she shut herself in the palace and we never heard from her again. But I digress. Do you want this silphium or not? Very well. Perhaps I can interest you in something within your budget? Very well. Another time.
Now I'm gonna steal it. Right. Okay. So there's Galerius.
Ah, it's you again. Hope you're settling in, friend. Now, what's on your mind? I've bounced the idea around once or twice, mainly as a way of getting Dooley set free. God knows Sentius is never going to do it. But from what I hear, Malleolus has the election stitched up. Nobody's gonna take him on and win. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. I mean, he talks a lot about freedom, so I'm hoping if he's elected, he'll release Dooley from his cell. And that's good enough for me. Gladly. All right. See you around.
Right. Ooh. I don't want to steal people's stuff.
The 49 melodies fetch a game with incessant labor. The water they have lost.
So I'm just gonna have to take it. Because that's the only way to do it, I guess. Because I don't have 1,000 denarii. I don't like doing that. I don't know what exactly it would be safe to do in this game. But I'm just gonna do it and get it back to what's-her-face.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
That's fine. Oh, the golden people of bows. That's scary. I hate it. Okay. So we took something and now we have to try again, basically. That's frustrating. I kind of figured that it would go bad. Tell me I don't have to do this all again.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius.
Are you serious?
Who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina? I don't think so. I've never seen you before in my life. Oh, Bacchus, how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you. Oh, and since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
Device? Oh, bless him.
Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking. And if it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe.
Probably.
Probably.
I love this guy.
Alright, see you around.
Alright, so that was our first little mistake that we did. But really, what do I think? What do I do about it? I don't know. There really isn't anything you can do, is there? Okay, I gotta be careful here. So Twitch doesn't kill me. Hi.
What are you doing in here? Can't you see this woman is dying? She's been poisoned. She needs the resin of a plant called Silphium, but that Culus cumulatus decius won't give it to me. What? Quick, give it here. Yulia, you need to swallow this. Here, let me help you.
Okay, I see now. I see now. All the pieces are coming together.
Hopefully in a moment she should be able to breathe normally. That was extraordinary. How did you know she needed this exact thing? And at this exact moment? Are you some kind of oracle?
Yeah.
Look. If you don't want to tell me, I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. But no matter. That was like the gods hearing my prayers and intervening.
You're welcome.
You just saved a person's life, and you should be proud of yourself.
Yeah, well, I
She
had
might
to
even
literally
be able to
watch
thank
people
you herself
die.
in a few moments. And maybe she can tell us who poisoned her, and who she meant when she was muttering about that snake's cruel black eyes. In the meantime, I'm happy to help you with whatever it is you need. A city without sin might sound good on paper, but whoever dreamt it up didn't think it through. Maybe it was an attempt to create some kind of utopia. But snakes like Decius will always find loopholes to exploit. And what can we do about it?
Oh, she's up.
Absolutely nothing. In some ways, we are worse off because we can't take the law into our own hands. Sure. What do you want to know? How did you know that? Yes, she did mutter something about the only way out. A few times, but nothing more than that, I'm afraid. Gladly. I'm Lucretia, and I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not a physician. This is Nevia's clinic. I've just been filling in ever since she disappeared. I'm tired and out of my depth and miserable all the time. But I'd rather take this on myself than let one of you lot mess it up. My husband and I moved to Rome from Caesarea. He embraced the Roman way more than I would have liked and turned into an awful philanderer. I would have divorced him and demanded the return of my dowry, but I knew he would sooner have me killed than give me my right. So I waited for the right time to take what was mine and disappear. And then the fires came. As he prepared to evacuate our villa, I gathered our most precious belongings, coins and gemstones, and the moment his back was turned, I ran. I could barely see for the smoke. And the streets were full of people trampling each other.
Like there's a... hold on, I'll talk about
like
stuff once we're done here.
Leapt in. The next thing I remember, I was waking up on a riverbank, not far from here. It's all right. Say what you will about this place. At least my fornicating husband will never find me. And while there's no shortage of snakes here, at least with the golden rule, they have to try to be discreet about it. Well, she used to run the clinic. She was a midwife, not a physician, but she was the closest thing we had down here. And she was good, too, until she suddenly lost all interest in us. One day she told me she'd made some profound discovery about the golden statues. This changes everything, she kept saying, but I had no idea what she was talking about. The last time I saw her, the last time any of us saw her, she was muttering to the statues, like she could talk to them. And then she shut herself in the palace, barred the door from the inside, and nobody's seen her since. She's been gone so long now, we figure she's either dead or up to something so strange that she doesn't want anyone else to know about it. But I really wish I could reach her, because that's the only hope I have of solving a troubling problem, a real thorn in the paw situation. One of my patients is suffering from terrible rheumatism. His joints are inflamed and he's in constant pain. He's become so irritable that the smallest things set him off, and I worry he'll end up losing his temper and lashing out, and you know what that means. I just know Nevia would know how to treat him, assuming she's still alive. But nobody seems to know how to get into the palace. Really? That would be wonderful. Thank you. Let me know how you go.
Okay. Hang on, Trenchcoat. We'll get to what you said in a moment. Hey, you're alive.
Oh, it's you.
Yes, it's
Sorry.
me.
I'm still a bit out of it. But thanks for trying to help me, I suppose. Was there something you wanted? Lucretia says I'm supposed to rest.
So basically, Trenchcoat, there's already been mention of the fires of Rome because of Nero. There's already been mentions of other things. Like, it seems that there are things that are allowed in this strange world of the Forgotten City. Like, someone literally jumped off earlier, basically, and nothing happened. Except that he turned to gold, like a gold split, basically. It's very weird. It's honestly very weird, but very interesting at the same time.
As much as I'm grateful that you tried to help me, it's just not safe for me to talk about it.
Really?
Please, no more questions. The Golden Rule. That's the least of my worries. The gods are cruel, but Malleolus and Claudia are far crueler. Please, just leave me alone. I don't.
She does have a nice jawline, doesn't she? You should have seen the old guy in charge. He has the best nose ever.
Persistent as Nemesis, aren't you? I can tell you, but it's a long saga.
Tell me.
All right. I'd been here about a week when it dawned on me I'd be trapped here for the rest of my life. I could hardly breathe, and I knew
Plus,
I had to
Trenchcoat, you
get
could help me out
somehow.
with piecing all this
So
stuff
when
together.
my new
So
friend
please tell me.
Aurelia offered me a secret way out, I would have done anything.
I would love it, because this
And then
game,
I learned her asking
the
price.
way it is, just makes my head brain go.
1,000 denarii. She was supposed to be my friend. I told her it would take me years to save up that much. So she suggested I take out a loan from Malleolus. And I did. I had to sign an agreement saying I'd work off the debt over 30 years. But I figured I'd be out of here so soon it wouldn't matter. I paid Aurelia, and she gave me her so-called way out. Do you want to know what it was? Hemlock.
I know what hemlock is. Hemlock is a poison. A poison that Socrates also took when he was executed. Because, you know, that's Socrates.
Drink this, she said, and you'll be out of here in no time. Of course, I demanded my money back, but she refused. She pointed to a sign on her tavern saying, "Let the buyer beware." Then she just looked at me with those cruel black eyes and she laughed. She immediately told Malleolus I'd tried to escape without paying him back. Only, he didn't seem upset or surprised at all. In fact, he just thanked her.
Wow.
And that's when I realized the two of them had planned the whole thing from the beginning.
It's interesting. How, like, the way they planned it, like, I mean, I guess it makes sense because...
Of course. I went to Sentius and begged for help, but he said the law was clear. I'd signed over my labor for 30 years and there was nothing he could do. I thought about resisting too. But Malleolus said if I didn't submit, I'd break the Golden Rule. And I couldn't be responsible for all those deaths, so he locked me in his villa. Confiscated everything I owned as collateral, and made me wear immodest, humiliating outfits while I worked day in, day out. His wife, Claudia, was just as bad. She set me to work on an endless stream of futile, demeaning tasks. I'd be on my hands and knees, scrubbing the floor clean for hours, only for her to pour slop on it and hiss, "You missed a spot." Those two took everything from me. But they forgot to confiscate one thing. My hemlock.
Ah.
I just wanted it to be over. But it seems I messed that up too. Should have drunk all of it. I brought it on myself. I trusted one of the most callous human beings I've ever met, and tried to swindle the other. I don't know how I could have been so stupid. When I've recovered, I expect their thug Domitius will come for me. He'll escort me back to their villa, and I'll be right back where I started. Only this time, I won't be able to lull myself to sleep at night with the thought of a permanent solution. Honestly, it would have been better if the poison had been allowed to run its course. I doubt it. It seems this is the fate the gods have chosen for me, for trying to escape. At least until someone breaks the golden rule. Huh. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad. A lot. But it doesn't matter. I made a suicide pact with Ulpius last night. He's in exactly the same position as I am. Malleolus and Aurelius set the same trap for him a month after they did it to me. He and I are in this together. He's probably already thrown himself from the bluff into Malleolus's villa by now. If so, I'd never be able to live with myself, knowing I broke my promise to him.
The golden rule is basically, hold on. It's somewhere, they say it's somewhere.
I doubt you could make it up to the bluff in time.
Hey,
I
Key.
don't know who you are, or why you seem so determined to help me, but...
I've got nothing better to do.
Thank you.
Hey. Yes, Key, I did. We are now in my room because I was told to by my mother. My mom got...
May Apollo keep you safe.
My mother got tired of Beatty constantly barking at me, so she told me to pack up and move everything to my room, so I did. It's kind of scary.
Ave.
Hello. You are gorgeous.
A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of
Love
this
her
visit?
eyes, they're so green.
I'm quite sure it's the work of the gods, which is strange because they've never been particularly concerned with our misdeeds, as long as we've kept the peace of the gods. We
Okay.
asked for blessings, for good health, bountiful harvest, military victory,
Okay.
and in return, we offer praise, wine, incense, or animals. But here, it seems they require much more of us. I find myself reminded of an especially pertinent tale from our great poet Ovid in his epic Metamorphoses. Would you like to hear it? It is rather long.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not. I like it though, like, bees not barking, it's more peaceful. The only thing I don't like is the fact that I don't know sometimes what's going on outside my door. And 2 days ago, I got literally jump scared by my mother who really banged on the door because I forgot to,
Wonderful. It goes like this. Baucis and Philemon were an old married couple living a humble life in a small town. One night, the town gets a visit from a couple of vagrants. They go from door to door, asking for a place to stay the night. Of course, being vagrants, they're turned away sharply from house after house, 1,000 in all. Until finally they come to the little cottage where Baucis and Philemon lived. Now the kind old couple had very little to offer, but nevertheless, they invite these strangers into their house and offer them food, wine, and a place to stay. Immediately the guests make themselves at home. They begin gulping down the old couple's wine, so much so that Baucis, the old lady, begins to worry they're going to run out. And then she notices something strange. Her wine pitcher keeps refilling itself, as if by magic, realizing only a select few possess such powers. Says to her husband, Philemon, "I think these men are gods in disguise." Immediately the couple begins apologizing for offering such coarse wine. And the vagrants metamorphosize and reveal themselves to be Jupiter, the king of the gods, and Mercury, the trickster god. They confide they didn't mind the meager offerings. They were just pleased that someone in the town offered them hospitality. Then Jupiter says to them, "You have passed our test, but everyone else in this city failed, so we are going to destroy this place and everyone in it.
Wait, I know this story.
We will grant a wish."
I know this story.
So old Baucis and Philemon escape up into the mountains safely, and they receive their wish.
Yeah, I know this story.
Eternity together. Meanwhile, Jupiter carries through with his threat and wipes that city off the map. Some say the moral of that story is that we must all honor the sacred rituals of guest friendship, the reciprocal obligations owed between hosts and guests. But I like to think it's that we should always show compassion for those less fortunate than ourselves.
Okay.
I'm pleased to hear it.
I actually like that philosophy. Alright, Key. Like, you stop by whenever you can, Key. It's okay.
Oh my. I take it people are quite direct where you're from. I suppose it's quite charming.
That reaction, though.
Usually, however, you wouldn't simply march up to a Vestal priestess and without due formality or courtesy ask, "What is your story?"
Well, why don't you tell it then, Missy?
The proper approach would be to arrange an introduction through a mutual acquaintance in high office,
On your best behavior,
by
I
which
trust.
time you would already know how to address me. And then you would find a way to satisfy your curiosity rather more indirectly. But to be honest, I've often thought what an unnecessarily formal way to communicate that is. So, let's do it your way. You just keep being yourself and ask whatever you like. It'll be a refreshing change.
Yeah, I know, right? Only GLaDOS is, GLaDOS is GLaDOS. Like, I could sit and listen to GLaDOS roast me, and I would be so happy with my life.
You know, I'm not entirely sure. But what about you? How did you end up here?
It's a long story.
Karen, you say? And nothing about that name seemed odd to you?
Nope.
Older. I see. I wonder if... No. I apologize. I don't mean to be cryptic. It's just that you've got me thinking. Have you spoken with any of the others about how they arrived here too?
Yep, I have.
I think you should. Go around and ask them what they remember and see if you notice any patterns.
I have. I've noticed that most people in this city end up somewhere or another in water. And that's how they end up here. Is they somehow end up in the water. And then they end up here. Which is very interesting to me. Yeah, they did a good job.
I know. I just don't want to see what happened to Livia happen to you, too. You have? Then what is it? Yes, I understand many of our friends were carried here by a river current. What else? Yes, I suppose that could be something. But then most of us do tend to carry coins on our person, don't we? What else?
So far, it's water or it's money, basically.
There are definitely some common threads there. But I think we'll need at least a few to ensure we're not just seeing coincidences. Keep asking people how they wound up here. I don't want us to rush to any conclusions yet. Livia's fate weighs heavily on my mind, and dictates we should be sure. Yes, you should ask the others first. It must be completed by dusk, just the same as any other official business. It'll be between Sentius, the incumbent, and Malleolus, the challenger. Why do you ask?
Interesting.
I like the idea, but I know Galerius well, and his position has always been that he won't run unless Malleolus withdraws. It was only yesterday that he said to me he'd only ever run if it was absolutely necessary to make sure Sentius wasn't re-elected. So, I suppose if you'd like to see Galerius elected magistrate, you'd need to persuade Malleolus to withdraw somehow. I'm responsible for announcing it and making sure the procedures are followed.
Well, it's okay, Trenchcoat, because I'm pretty knowledgeable in this stuff. The ending to that story she was telling us is that the old couple turn into a tree, an old tree. Apparently, the story is based off of, a story that they made up, but the tree apparently is an actual tree.
Certainly.
So.
And did you notice anything? A pattern?
Yeah, we've said all this. Okay.
I don't, I'm afraid. It seems to me we're exiled here until the gods judge us, one way or another. Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbors.
Oh, this has been nice. I like her. Oh, hi. Or she's just chilling there like, I am awesome. I know. Can I talk to you?
Fresh meat, huh?
I can't talk to you. Also.
Malleolus isn't receiving visitors at the moment, it being election day.
Right.
He's not here. Dunno. The little Caput murder escaped earlier this morning, while I was taking Yulia to the clinic. He can't have gone far, but if you find him, tell him the punishment he gets for coming back on his own won't be as bad as if I have to go looking for him. Whatever. Just remember, I'll be watching.
Cool. Okay. I have to talk to Ulpius and tell him that is. Oh, right, I have the key.
Thank you.
I have his key. So basically, I could, if I wanted to, I could technically take all the gold.
Citizen.
Hi. If I wanted to, and get away with it, because, I could just reset, and just keep gathering gold. But yeah, in this world, it seems that they're in...
Citizen.
Hi. They're in some sort of, loophole, limbo of sorts. I suppose. And I need to get back up there. How did I find my way? Oh, hi. How did I find my way up beforehand? Oh, yeah, stairs. It's red carpet, how eloquent. Hello? How did I get up there in the first place? That's the thing about this game, is that I literally found my way up there, and now I'm trying to figure out how to get back up there again. I'll just take this while he's not looking. Okay. We need to get up there again. And I don't remember how I did it. I literally was just running around and I randomly stumbled across it. That's what I do, though. I just randomly will find ways to do things. Somehow it works. How does one get up there?
Citizen.
Hello. She's upset. I need to find out about her sister still.
Ave.
Ave. Yes. So I think we'll go up to him, talk to him, figure it out from there. I gotta get up there. What was the button? What was the button? Yeah. It seems that each one of these people have done something that's like. Hi.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not?
Right,
How are you faring so far? All right, well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Orpheus, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him. Thank you. And please, choose your words carefully.
You know about that? How is that possible? I mean, I've never mentioned it to anyone. Well, if you say so. You don't understand. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want it all to be over. It's too late for that. Yulia and I made a pact, and she's already swallowed hemlock this morning. If I backed out now, I'd be betraying her. I can't do that. Oh, really? That changes things a little. But we're still in debt bondage to that monster. Unless you happen to have 2,000 denarii to pay off both of our debts. No. No.
I gotta do it.
Time's up. I am out. Wherever you are, Scintilla, my love, I'm sorry.
Ulpius, no!
You could have stopped him.
I can't believe he went through with it.
Okay.
I'll have to let
Okay, so I guess I'm going to have to gather up some denarii, like 2,000 denarii. So frustrating. That's nice. Man, I should have used that. That'd been so cool. You know what? I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do it, guys. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. This is for you, Trenchcoat. That was great. Oh, heck. Why can't my character climb? Why can't he climb? Why is he useless? Hello? Never mind. $341. So I guess I'm going to have to, you know, give that guy 2,000 denarii, which means, you know, taking some or just, you know, finding ways to get it. It's just gonna be such a pain. That goes from there to there. Got it. Oh, I love that. Okay. Nah, I've never gone ziplining, to be honest. Does it download a treasury? Probably. It probably does. Very most likely does.
Salve, Dooley. How are you doing today?
I'm sad. Am I going to die in here?
I don't think so, my friend. It's election day today. Perhaps our new majesty...
Oh, hi.
Help! You have to do something. A man arrived in the baths. A real nasty sort, with his face all covered up. And he's got a weapon. You have to do something, or he's going to break the golden rule. Thank you. He's still in there, somewhere. I have to hide. Find me in this empty shrine when it's over.
No.
What? We don't have time for this. I have to go. Ugh. The shrine is collapsing.
Welp.
Fabia, no! Oh God, she's dead! Did anyone see that? The whole shrine just collapsed on her!
Yep.
Oh, Fabia, why did you have to go in there?
Because you're scared. Oh.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is?
No.
I'm not sure I believe that, so allow me to explain something to you. I am here with orders from Emperor Nero himself to find and execute the cultist Quinctius for terrible crimes against the Empire.
Okay.
So, if you tell me the truth, I will allow you to live. But if you lie to me or otherwise obstruct the Emperor's business in any way, I will put this arrow through your chest. Is that understood?
Yeah, got it.
Thank you. Now tell me, who are you people, and what is this place? A small community. Ha! I was told Quinctius was a cultist, but I never thought he'd be foolish enough to lead me right to the heart of his mystery cult. Oh, don't play coy with me. I don't care if you're worshipping Bacchus, Magna Mater, or Christ. You lot are all the same to me.
Oof.
Always sneaking off to your secret sanctuaries, indoctrinating each other with your little mantras. The Emperor may have tolerated your activities up until now, but after what Quinctius did, those days are numbered. You say that, but if you're not a cult, then why go to such great lengths to keep this place a secret? So you admit you're not allowed to leave. Threatening me is not going to help you, but in any case, that sounds an awful lot like a cult to me. And I saw the inscription saying, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." I take it this is some kind of mantra you all believe?
Yes,
You've
true.
clearly been indoctrinated into this nonsense. Now tell me, where did you lot get enough gold to make all these statues? You lot are practicing human sacrifice too. You people disgust me. Of course you'd say that, but that's what your kind do, isn't it? Our God told us to do it. It's all clear to me now. The secret sanctuary, the indoctrination, the mantra, the human sacrifice. You're cultists, there's no doubt in my mind. What baffles me is how a person can believe in something with such zeal. They just can't see what they've become. However, you still have a chance to redeem yourself by telling me where Quinctius is. Do not waste it. Then you're of no use to me. Do you have any last words? And there's a simple explanation for that. I lied. But if you want to know the truth before you die, here it is. Once I'm done with you and Quinctius, I intend to kill every last one of you wretched degenerates. And I can think of nothing I'd enjoy more.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Can I take his arrow? Well, I tried. I tried, guys. Ouch.
South. Oh. Yulia. Oh.
Oh, that was easy. Okay.
The 49 melodies fetch again with incessant labor. The warden may have
Now I've got to run back to the baths again.
I think she's going to be alright. Galerius, you're amazing. How did you know?
I was just doing what the new guy told me.
I don't understand.
Okay, where? Oh. Oh, that's fun. Where is the bathhouse? I'm so tired. I need to find 1,000, 2,000 denarii. Yeah, right. I would love more than help.
Help! You have to... You have... What?
Stop.
Okay, trench coat, do I lie? Do I just lie here? Is that what I do? I'm asking you. But we're gonna make this a little fun. What do you think? Tell him what he thinks.
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
Filthy, lying degenerate.
Heh, yes. Okay. Now. Someone asked for a bow. I need to find that guy again. Hi.
You there? I'm sorry to trouble you, but I couldn't help but notice that fine bow you're carrying. Now, I
Yes.
dear how you managed to get your hands on it, especially in the light of our dear old magistrate's ban, but I'm impressed. And before you ask, no, I wouldn't dream of trying to buy it from you. I have no use for a wooden bow myself. But I would like to propose a joint business venture of sorts. Tell me, do you have any idea how people here end up as golden statues? Well, between you and me, I found an old scroll from years ago, hastily written, in which the author claimed something extraordinary and terrifying. He wrote that when the golden rule is broken, statues spring to life all over the city, wielding golden bows and begin firing golden arrows at the inhabitants. Supposedly, one or two of those arrows is enough to turn a full-grown man into gold. Now, of course, that is a travesty, a terrible, horrible waste of human life, which has to be stopped. And yet, on the other hand, I can't help but think of a tale told by that Greek fella Aesop, the goose that laid the golden egg. With the ability to transmute organic matter into gold, one could create infinite wealth. Use your imagination, golden animals, insects, trees and plants. The Midas touch without the drawbacks. We are talking riches beyond imagining. And even if we were to split all those riches between the two of us, half of infinite wealth is still infinite. Interested? Look, I might have skimmed over that one, but don't be so pedantic. Are you interested or not?
So what does that mean? Does that mean you have to take an arrow when this happens again and give it to him? I don't know.
Oh, I'm not suggesting we use such a bow on people. There's no profit in breaking the golden rule. Excellent. So the first question is, how do we get our hands on one of those golden bows? Now, I have a plan, but first, tell me, are you familiar with the story of the goddess Diana?
Sure.
Good. Then none of this should be a surprise to you. Diana is our goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld, depending on who you ask. The one thing priests and poets agree on is that she carried with her a golden bow and a quiver of golden arrows. And it just so happens that there is a shrine of Diana in this very forum, with a prominent statue of the goddess herself. And would you like to guess what she's holding in her hand? Precisely. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in that temple staring at it, trying to figure out how to retrieve it without breaking you-know-what. Oh, gods no! If you tried that, we'd all be dead within moments, I'm sure. No, Here's what I propose. You give your bow to me, I cover it in a thin layer of gold leaf, and we create a replica of a golden bow. Then you enter the shrine, extinguish the braziers, and under cover of darkness, swap out the fake for the original. It's not theft exactly, it's more of a trade. But make no mistake, this is a dangerous path, and there's no way of knowing where it will lead. But in my experience, all the best adventures begin with a risky first step. Now, you must have questions. Ask away. I'm more of an ideas man, whereas you're obviously the more resourceful and heroic type. I have complete confidence in you. When Prometheus stole fire from the gods and became a hero to all mankind, do you think he was worried about the danger? Because the gods would see you, of course, hence my proposal. So, are you in, partner?
It does seem like a setup. I don't know. I don't know what I'm getting myself into, honestly.
Wonderful. Now, if you'll hand over your bow, I can get started applying a layer of gold leaf. This is a quality weapon. Now, bear with me for a moment. And here we are, a gold leaf bow. Now I've gone and unlocked the Shrine of Diana for you, so as quick as you can, head on inside. It's just at the end of the street on the left. May the gods not watch over you.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Ah, a fellow traveler from a faraway land.
Right. Okay. We're gonna leave this at a cliffhanger. And we're gonna find out what happens when we do this next time. Because it's 11 p.m. and I've got church tomorrow, basically. So it's been fun. Thank you for being here, Trenchcoat. You were really helpful. I hope you come back again for next time. I would appreciate it. So thanks. Alright. I'll see you all